Welcome back. Today we are seeing how to manage participants within Zoom on our iPads. So you'll see I have my Zoom app pulled up on my iPad. I have two participants right now, me, the host, and myself again as a student connected to the Zoom call from elsewhere. You will see the easiest place to handle our participants is no longer a button on the top of their box like it is on desktop. It's going to be the participants button up in the top of the screen. So this button right here will let us see all the participants, and it will give us a host of options. So we can see ourselves, and then we can see our students. If you click on each one, you have a few options that you can use for each student. You can ask them to unmute. You can send a chat message specifically to that student. This button will open up the chat window, but instead of chatting to the entire class, it will direct it toward just that one student. Make them the host. You won't often need to do. They can accomplish anything they need to without being the host. You can allow them to record, but again, you won't often need to do that. If you ever need to remove a student temporarily from class, you can put them in the waiting room and then go get to the waiting room later and let them back in. We'll see how to do that in a second. You can ask them to start their video as well and rename and remove students from here. So these are most actions you can do with one student at a time, just kind of as a one-off thing that you might need to do. All the rest of the management options are now going to be under this More button with the three dots. If you click Meeting Settings, so here's where we'll get a lot of things traditionally shown in the desktop version of the Zoom app. So here you can turn on and off the waiting room. You can do that right here if you'd like. You can allow or disallow your participants from doing many things like sharing screens, renaming themselves. Here's where you can disable that if students are having trouble with the responsibility of giving themselves a name. Remember, we just saw you can rename a student as well from the previous menu, so you can turn off that ability for themselves to do it here and then go rename them yourself from the last menu we saw. You can also turn on or off mute upon entry, depending on how you want it to be in your class. And the last few options probably won't need a ton here. Show name when participants join might be a nice one to keep on so you can see those participants. But the ones about managing the people are right here at the top under security. One of the last major ones that you can do is chat with. So you can decide who participants are able to chat with. Um, Most often, the best option here is everyone publicly. Note that we do not have the ability here for students to only chat with each other. We can allow them to chat with everyone in public, or if they are abusing that privilege as well, we can remove that privilege and allow participants to only send chat messages to the host, which is us. Hopefully you won't need that and you can leave it on everyone, but if you do need it, it is there. Those are all of the ways that we can manage participants from our iPad. Have fun. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.